When I first started making videos on YouTube, I didn't know that this shit paid any goddamn money. So I was just creating content here and there when I had time. It was like once or twice a week or something like that. And then one day, Wake the Hell Up, who was, a moderator here, he's been on the shows a few times. He told me, hey, bro, go put on your AdSense so you'll get paid. So I did it and then eventually I was making like $300 a month, $1,200 a month. Then one month it was over $4,000 a month. And then after that, I called my brother. I was so excited. I said, nigga, I can't believe they paid me $4,000 for talking shit on YouTube. Now, keep in mind, that was when the AdSense was still good. Okay? It has changed now. Now, let's stop right there. At that point, I had never really been anywhere outside of Poland and Ukraine, because Ukraine was just a $20 bus ride. Who can't afford that? Now, the world was open to me. Got a U.S. passport. You can go anywhere. You can get visas almost anywhere. And then all you got to do is have the money, right? I've been watching Charles Tyler for all these years talk about how good Brazil was. I've been hearing about how big the booties was in Africa. I was hearing how feminine the women was over here. And I kind of understood that because I was already in Poland. So, nigga, then I took my first trip to Africa in June 2017. Now, I got money now. Shit over there is cheaper in the most cases. And then the women is just beautiful and they hella thick. This is when that international travel disease thing I started catching. Ended up in Uganda again. Then I took a break, ended up in Brazil, ended up in South Africa, ended up in Kenya, ended up in Tanzania, all these other places. And what I started to notice is that a lot of brothers have been to more places than me. Brothers have been to the Philippines, have been to DR, have been to all these places. But at some point, you got to get out your system, right? And this is what I'm talking about for you brothers who are coming up as successful black men and you first getting the taste of the money. You are going to go crazy doing shit that you couldn't afford once you get it. This is one of the things that's necessary, I think. You will be in your international thought spots. Now, I've been to one, which is Brazil. But some of y'all will be in the DR. Some of y'all will be in Bangkok and you banging cock or whatever you're going to be doing out there. Black men got to realize that once you get money, there's some things you got to get out of your system. But you got to get it out of your system. And that is, some brothers who are successful men have lost a lot of their fortunes and a lot of their time, a lot of their money on international thought spots. And this is something to say with a lot of the brothers who are up and coming into the middle class for the first time, coming out of poverty, making $70,000, $80,000 a year. A lot of you brothers don't have no kids. And you have some free time. You got good credit. And then you start being able to zoom here, zoom there, zoom here, zoom there. And when you really tally all that shit up, you like, damn, I just spent, $7,000. Or I just spent $10,000 that, damn, I just can't get that shit back to a certain degree. Or I tricked off, $1,000 on these bitches. Or I tricked off, I done sent $30 here to a chick over here in Costa Rica. And I can't get that money back. And then you start to get practical, like, okay, am I just working to go to these international thought spots, nigga? Like, that's what we gotta understand, man. I've been checking out this dude named Mr. T, white guy, and he has a travel called Educated Traveler, and he's there in his paradise, which is the Dominican Republic. But you can see he's very crafty because He got business connections through it with everybody there. He goes around advertising for the restaurants and stuff like that. He's using that international thought spot to his advantage. Like, he know people going to be coming down there tricking. He know people going to be coming down there doing what they're doing. He know entrepreneurs are going to be out there doing dumb shit like opening bars or opening restaurants when that economy is not there. So, but what the economy is there is for somebody who can advertise. And he knows that, hey, this is an international thought spot. I'm going to get some money out of being down here, and I'm going to set up some infrastructure. If I'm going to be here, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for the opportunity. What I find with us as black men, when we start to start doing very well for ourselves, and we start doing really good for ourselves, what we start to do is, okay, I got money. I'm tired of these motherfuckers in the United States. I'm tired of chicks out here. I'm tired of the American way of life. In many ways, I just want to be feeling good for the moment, and then what we end up doing is the international thought spots become crack. Brothers who have money and stuff like that, you become addicted to it. You become addicted to the Brazils. You become addicted to the DR. You become addicted to the women. Like some brothers, man. I had a brother. I don't think he does it anymore, but he talked about, he basically, I know brothers, man, that go to like, Brazil or DR or whatever, and these niggas will the first time they be there, screw like 10 chicks in one day. I mean, nigga, how much testosterone is that? And I'm not saying that that's not good because, hey, man, a good brothel or two, I know some brothers need that, right? Ain't nobody knocking you for that. But also understand that at a certain level, okay, some of this money got to work for me, or I got to make some of this money that I will be international thought spot and do something for me that can make more money so I can international thought spot here and there more so. A lot of brothers is thinking more with the quality of life first, and that's real common amongst younger people. The younger millennial guys, because I'm 37, I just kind of escaped it. We used to work, and I saw my dad work hard all his life. My mom worked hard all my grand. So I have that from my brothers the same way. We love to work. You understand? We love to work. But at the same particular time, a lot of the younger guys are looking more so of quality of life than making a lot of money. And I understand that because you only got one life to live. But make sure you take care of your business. Make sure you do what you're supposed to do. Because the international thought spot can come later, but if you don't take care of your business, man, I've seen dudes that stay in the international thought spots, but they don't have their business taken care of at home. I mean, you'll pay for a ticket to go, to Costa Rica, and you in collections for something that got, that you ain't paid off yet. You might need to expand your business, and instead of putting that into the business, you putting it into the trip. And when you spend that money on the trip, you can't get that money back. And also I want to say this, man, a lot of times when you guys see me travel, I will travel to similar places. You always see me in Africa. You always see me in Uganda or somewhere close, or, Kenya, or somewhere close to Tanzania. Always. Why? Because I got connections with people there. Dr. Mumbi's in Kenya. I have Alfred in Uganda. I have people that I can build relationships with. So if I'm going to go someplace, yeah, you can do the little, I guess, thought spot anywhere in the world. But are you making some connections that you can actually politic and get something done with? Fun is good. Don't get me wrong. Fun is good. But also look at the people who do successful in these places. They don't look to go just because I love the people. Yeah, I love the people, but what can I do to make money over here? What can I do to get an advantage? What skill do I have to put myself over somebody else? And that's not what I was thinking when I was international thought spotting at first. I mean, I went to the Brazil place because everybody told me about that. But even when I went there, like I was kind of confused. Like, man, why so many brothers come here, man? Nobody speaks English. Because you got to learn how to speak Portuguese. You know, it's not really a lot of opportunity. You know, I always look at this, and I know I'm rambling a little bit. How easy is it to get a bank account in a place? Tells me how that place can do business. It's very difficult, I know, to get a bank account in the DR, or very difficult to get a bank account in Brazil, from what I've been told. I know that it's quite easy to do it in Uganda, as long as you have 6 months of payment history or work history or bank account history at Barclays, and you can do the same things in Kenya. So, you know, I'm looking at, if it's hard for you to get a bank account in a place, man, can you really start a business in that place? Can you really do a lot of stuff in that place? And if the answer is no, then you got to really look at, is that a place you really want to be at, you know, long term. And I know some people go on vacation, but just think about that, you know, and it's okay once you start making money, but get it out your system real quick. You know, don't fall in love. Like, shout out to Milano, the travel boy. A lot of these places, man, that we are talking about, you know, they're paradises and they're like Disneyland for men, but Disneyland is what it is. It's a high, it's a good experience, and you got to come back for real life. And when that credit card bill come from Disneyland at the end of the month, you got to pay it. And it's the same thing about these travels and vacations. You got to pay for that shit, you know, especially, you know, where you're going to drop at least 2 G's every time you do that, man. And $2,000 is a lot of money. And if you know a certain type of skill, you can do a lot of things with $2,000. All right. So I wanted to drop that on you, man. You know, for you brothers that really want to, you know, get in certain places, you know, get your infrastructure up, you know, get your systems up, you know, get your connections up. And, you know, don't depend so much, man. You know, the international thought spots are fine, bro, but be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, thank you so much for your support on the channel. Subscribe, hit the bell. For those people who want to join us on the Patreon, you know, we got a lot of brothers joining up, man. I really appreciate it. You know what I mean? Would love to get it up. I know it's the Christmas season and all that, Black Friday. I understand how that goes. But support us, right? Negromanosphere.com. Negromanosphere.com is the website that we own and operate. Our brothers support us on Patreon all the time. So I really, really thank you guys. I really, really appreciate you for all the hard work that you guys have done. With support us at just $5 a month. And if you do that, that helps us do more stuff. We have many articles. In fact, I'm going to post today's article right now in the comment section. And I'm going to start doing that a little bit more often. And so, you know, guys, I really just thank you so much. And that article will be, oh, shit, Whack Friday. Shout out to Marcus Love, right? And so we'll talk about that. And I really appreciate your support. Hit the bell, subscribe to the page, let everybody know about us. And shout out to Marcus Love for the Whack Friday article. Go check it out in the first comment. All right. And check that out. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Peace. I'm out.